We are the 5 million men and women of the National Rifle Association of America. Join us today.
You're catching the drift. Gary Wellings and the Drift on Wham Talk 1600. Call 734-822-1600 to join in the discussion.
And welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to Catch Our Drift. So we're talking about the Ninth Circuit Court that overruled Trump's alleged. It was a travel holdout, a moratorium. It wasn't a complete travel ban. And was it completely the right move? No, I don't think anybody's going to even try to defend that it was completely a great executive order. I think we can all agree to that. And the rollout was obviously not the way it should have been. But
could have been smoother.
But the fact that the Ninth Circuit Court followed Robart, right? Robart was very badly judged. Let's face it.
Yeah.
But before we continue on and talk about the Ninth Circuit Court and the solutions we may have with that, let's take care of a little business. Our sponsor of this segment, DK Roofing and Instruction. Exterior, they've got asphalt roofs, metal roofs, or siding. They can do your interior kitchens, bathrooms, and basements. They've got some complete home packages, and you can save up to 20% on labor. So whether it's a basement, an interior renovation, an addition, an outbuilding, or even custom home theaters, DK Roofing and Construction can help you out. You can reach them at DKRCcompany.com or DKRoofingSolutions.com and get hold of them and say, hey, I need some work done in the house. I would like to get it done. They take Visa. They take MasterCard. They take Discover. So DK Roofing and Construction Company. Good guys. They're licensed and insured. They can do insurance claims, and you can get free estimates from them at 248-357-6631. That's 248-357-6631. DK Roofing and Construction Company.
Just Google DK Roofing. You'll get it.
Yeah, DK Roofing. You can't miss it. They got a big ad in the Current. If you haven't seen it, go to theCurrentOnline.com.
Well, of course, that's where they should look for the information.
Exactly. Just get there. Well, one of the greatest guys that I love to hear from is Newt Gingrich, right?
Smart guy.
Not the first time Newt's been talking about the Ninth Circuit Court. He's had some things to say about this latest, but it goes back to back when the crosses and the religious question had come up before the Ninth Circuit Court. Dirk, do you have track 5 ready? This is a flashback to a few years ago when Newt was talking about the Ninth Circuit Court after they'd made a ruling about religion. Go ahead and play that.
I believe we need a profound fight about religious liberty. I believe that fight became unavoidable when the Ninth Circuit Court ruled that saying one nation under God as part of the pledge was unconstitutional. I believe it is a sign of a fascist mentality that the ACLU has filed a lawsuit about a cross in the middle of the Mojave Desert. I mean, the idea that a cross in the middle of the desert is a threat to the mindset of secular fanatics tells you almost everything you need to know. And I'm a historian, so my reaction to this is to read history. In 1802, the Jeffersonians passed the Judiciary Act of 1802. Jefferson knew a fair amount about the Constitution. Madison knew vastly more. They were both in the administration. The Judiciary Act of 1802 abolishes 18 out of 35 federal judges. Doesn't impeach them, abolishes them. Says, we're not paying you. You can't go to, there's no court. Several of them said this was inappropriate. It's a lifetime appointment. They went to the remaining 17 judges to file suit, and the remaining 17 judges said, have you lost your mind? If I accept the suit, they're going to abolish my court. This is, by the way, precisely what Hamilton and Madison wrote in the Federalist Papers, that any time the weakest of the three branches takes on the two elected branches, if the two elected branches are serious, they will in fact guarantee the defeat of the judicial branch. Now, as many of you know, I am a moderate. So I would only propose not to abolish over half of all the judges, which is what Jefferson did. I would merely propose to abolish the Ninth Circuit and re-recruit. Because if we're serious, that's the right reaction. You show me a judge so ignorant they believe that it's unconstitutional to say one nation under God, I'll show you a judge who shouldn't be drawing money from the taxpayers. It's a very straightforward relationship.
All right, there you go. I mean, so it can be done. That's the law. And I would tell people, if you're not on social media, get on social media, but start tweeting and Facebooking. Mitch McConnell, Senate Majority Leader. I think it's Senator Majority Leader at Twitter. That's his handle. And then at Speaker Ryan. And let these guys know, you know what? We have a solution for the Ninth Circuit Court. You've been letting them play this game for decades now. Enough is enough. These people are completely out of control. Go ahead and abolish them. Abolish the Ninth. Hashtag abolish the Ninth. Get rid of them. Be done with it. There's no sense allowing these judges to continue to legislate from the bench, these activist judges.
Black-robed mullahs.
Black-robed mullahs, yes. I mean, it's that bad. I mean, literally. Because right now, here's what's happened with this decision. Our foreign policy concerning immigration has been set by these three liberal idiots in California, right? That simple. They overruled the president and said, anybody in the world can come into the United States. They've got constitutional rights worldwide to come into the United States, and we can't stop them. So, look, Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Huh?
Has
He wants
the right
to come
to
here.
due process. We can't.
We can't stop him from coming here if Kim Jong-un wants to come, right? Is that what he's saying?
You know, there was who said, doggone it, the Al-Qaeda guy, the Al-Qaeda cleric who was an American citizen.
Anwar al-Awlaki.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Well, we can't bomb him because, he has due process rights.
Hey, the minute you wage war against the United States, you give up any of your rights. It's that simple.
Yeah.
That anybody that goes to fight for ISIS, your passport should become null and void. As soon as they know that that's happened, null and void, you're not coming back, Jack. If you are, you're going right into prison. I prefer them not to come back because I don't want to pay their prison. I'm that kind of guy. It's just insanity that the left has literally, they've chosen sides, and it's not the side of the American people.
Yep.
I'm
kind of reminded of this story. Have you heard the story? Ever read it? The Man Without a Country?
No.
About the guy who was put on board a ship. He said something. He cursed the United States at his trial. Supposedly he was in the Aaron Burr Rebellion, and he was an officer, and he was joining Aaron Burr's so-called rebellion, and he was found on trial. So basically his punishment was that he'd be put on board a naval ship, and he would never see or hear spoken of the United States of America again. It's a really good story.
Really?
It's not very long, yeah.
Got a book?
Yeah, it's a book. Yeah, it's a very short one.
Yeah, send me the link or something.
I'll do that,
I'll see if I can find it, but that's a good one. All right, well, that's the end of another show. Thanks for our listeners calling in. Great show. And Ed, thanks once again for coming in and helping me out here.
Thanks for having me.
I love having guests, man. It's awesome. And Derek, thank you again for producing a great show for us. So until next week, folks, go to thedailydrift.com. It's the news you need to know. Take care, and we'll see you next week.